Stop with this internet shit. Scrapple TV.
Hi, and welcome to the Richie and Tapuna Show. I'm Heather Barton.
And I'm Richie and Tapuna, and this is Kenzo News.
From Philadelphia, it's the Richie and Tapuna Show.
So I had to hear about Bob Coyle had 300 homes in Kensington, defaulted on all the mortgages.
I did hear something about that, yeah.
Promised to have these poor people, thinking they're going to own the homes, and they're all facing foreclosure and they're getting ready to lose their homes.
Yeah, he basically borrowed like $15 million or something and bought all these homes. How he could get that many homes, 300 homes in Kensington is beyond me, especially when we were told last week you can't even get the sheriff's sale.
Yeah, well, that's why they dubbed him the slumlord millionaire. And all his houses that he has are, boarded up, vacant, abandoned lots.
Well, no, a lot of people live in them because the one woman, she actually has 7 grandchildren and she's getting thrown out. She's afraid she's going to get thrown out. They're holding hearings in April.
This reminds me back in the day with John Cott. He was another one who owned over 200 houses in Kensington. He went to jail for manufacturing methamphetamine and all his houses went up, People got thrown out, they all got taken.
Well, obviously this guy was up to something else and he probably has another business of some sort.
Well, most of his the blocks his houses are on, they look like war zones. He used poor people to get rich. He said, "Fuck the houses." He took the money. He's gone.
In the city paper this week, the Community Land Care Program, it was a city-funded program that allowed neighborhood groups to clean up the neighborhood lots. Mm-hmm. They're actually cutting the program. The city's cutting the program for the people.
Everything else, yeah.
And unless they restore the funding, the Kensington Community Development Corporation, Sandy Salzman, fears that the neighborhood's 2,600 lots,
already vacant lots,
are going to look as bad as the one at Frankfurt and Letterly.
Well, and as kids growing up in Kensington, there was never a vacant lot or an empty house. And as soon as there's one, many follow. And if there's 2,600,
that's lot.
That's pretty much an epidemic.
Yeah, and these groups go out there, and there's a lot of volunteers that go out there too. Now,
yes,
people have to understand, if you live next to it, it's going to raise your property value if you fix it up. So, even if they do cut the funding, hopefully they still have a lot of volunteers that want to take care of the neighborhood.
The community needs to get involved, that's all. You got to get on your city councilman and get on about that.
Look what happens to, these neighborhoods that are so desolate and decrepit, and the murders that just took place recently that everybody knows about were in vacant lots. So we don't want that. Our kids like to play in these areas. So, well, we have some good news in this city.
What good news can you possibly have?
Well, they say that overdose deaths are down.
Really?
Yeah, from 2007 to now, we went from 498 and we're down to 369. So
in 3 years, 4
yeah.
years? Wow, that's
good. I think that's a pretty good number.
I think it's just because the potency of the dope these days, the economy's even hitting the dope dealers. They got to cut it more, so it's not as good as it used to be.
Oh, well, I don't really know too much about that.
They're chasing people into the rehabs.
Well, I think they said that there's more people entering rehab, and that's a good thing, but you don't know because a lot of people say that the drugs are better in rehab. So
they say it's better in prison also, but I'm saying on the streets,
well, I think the drugs are given more freely in rehab. So
okay.
People go for their 29-day stay, they get a warm bed, some hot meals.
And hope that the dope's better when they get out?
Well, I don't know. I don't know how it goes, but I know that prescription drugs are just as heavily used these days as street drugs, right?
Yeah.
More often. Mm-hmm. So, and if it's free, then go take a little stay in rehab. I wouldn't mind a little stay in rehab. I've been trying to get on that
So we're advocating drug abuse here?
No. I'm advocating rehabilitation. I constantly was asking you to call that intervention so I could go to Florida to one of those
to
rehab.
Get a vacation cheap.
But I have to do something for one whole day and have them follow me around. So
they call that in the neighborhood, they call that the Kenzo Spa. It's a 30-day vacation.
Yeah, well, I like it. I'm going.
Weeks after the arrest of the infamous Kensington Strangler, which we follow since the beginning, and I don't believe that it's just one. There is several, one or more. But people in Kensington still live in fear in their own homes because of that fact. First of all, since the manhunt has been over, there's not a lot of police presence in the neighborhood. Also, the guardian angels disappeared immediately after the news cameras disappeared. So the neighbors were saying that they wanted more things like Operation Sunrise back in the early 90s to come back and programs like that. which did basically clean up the neighborhood of Kensington for a while, but it's just like everything else. Once the cameras are gone,
Just goes back to normal.
everything else just goes with it. And what happens is I went out on the streets and I interviewed a lot of residents, and here's what a few of them had to say.
It's not just him, it's some other people going around doing the same thing.
Right, because he's only linked to 3 of the cases by DNA, and there's a lot more cases, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So what you saying, that they're not sure? You said.
Well, what it is he's
All
only
the
linked.
body?
He's only linked to 3 of the cases, and there's other cases that he's not linked to. So there could be
A copycat?
more than one. Yes.
Oh my God! Please don't tell my kids that.
So that's the reaction we want now. How do you feel about that? About them telling the residents they can rest easy, but actually they didn't solve all the cases, so there could be more than one.
Oh.
So is that like them giving you like a false sense of security? Because you said that you feel
I
safe
did
now.
feel, and my kids felt better because they were making me stay in South Philadelphia with my friend. And when they said they caught him, they let me come home.
Well, I think from a lot of the people that we talked to on the streets, even throughout the week, said that they felt safer during those times when there was cops looking for this guy. I mean, there was a lot of girls out there, women, saying, well, I know he's not looking for me because I'm not a young white girl on drugs,
Right.
and so, you know, I'm just going to work. Some of my family had said the same thing. So I think now with the police gone, it's kind of like an open forum again, because with all the other stories that we've done today, with the lots and the houses and everything else, this is what led this guy to come to this neighborhood and torture these people, you know, because crime was allowed to happen.
Well, I don't know if that's what led him to come to this neighborhood, as I said in earlier stuff I did.
Well,
Kensington
I think
is a very nice vacation spot.
Yeah. Well, no, any person that's looking to prey upon women, you know, would find that place to be an easy target.
Well,
because
absolutely.
it's just not patrolled as other areas are, and
I
people
said-
are not safe.
I said last week or the week before, it'll be business back to usual under the L. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, let's hear what the people
There
have
was
to
a song,
say
"You
then.
Can't Get to Heaven" on the Frankfurt L.
Okay.
You don't remember that song?
Okay, well, I guess that's all we have for you today, folks. Don't forget to watch the show every Thursday and Saturday. Thursday at 8, Saturday at 3 on Philly Cam Channel 66.
And watch it on the web at www.therichieandthepunashow.blip.tv. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Live, love, laugh.
There's still some other guys around here that's doing some things. Not saying that they the strangler or anything, but there's still some other guys around here that's hurting women and being abusive to women out here.